What is going on, people? Day number 19 of the 31 Days Hath October series is here on my channel. For those of you who have not checked out the previous 18 videos, go ahead and do it. For those of you who don't know what this is my series where I'm going to do 31 horror movie reviews in 31 days. I'm not the only one doing this, so definitely check out the description after the video. I have the links to everyone else doing something along the lines of 31 days. I'm calling it 31 days of 31 Days Hath October. You got people doing 31 Days of Halloween, the 13th Wolfman, a whole bunch of people doing the 31 Days of Horror. So definitely check out everybody else's. If you don't see a movie that you enjoy on here, definitely check out everybody else's because they're doing a whole bunch of different reviews. So I know everybody likes watching horror movies during October, so check out their stuff and you might see movies you never heard of before. Anyway, me, I lean towards the more independent, lesser known movies, and I try to do them in alphabetical order. But sometimes when that doesn't go, if I don't have a movie of that letter, or I don't have a independent movie to go with that letter, I tend to go somewhere else. And like that, this isn't really independent. It came out in theaters and whatever, but it came out earlier this year, and I was definitely impressed by it. Again, it's not an independent film or whatever, but the letter I'm doing today is Q, and this one, definitely needs a review. Maybe not definitely needs a review, but, if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Anyway, the movie I picked today is A Quiet Place. I got the steelbook version of this. Anyway, it is directed by John Krasinski. It's written by Bryan Woods and Scott Beck. It stars Emily Blunt, John Krasinski, Millicent, Simmonds, among many others. So, one thing I really dug about this movie is the whole plot and the way they kept up with it. Anyway, this is pretty much a post-apocalyptic world where there's not many people around. And one of the things with this world is there's these creatures, these monsters, that have, extra sensitive hearing and stuff. So everybody has to be very quiet, because the smallest of little sounds will bring these monsters, and these things are nothing you want to deal with. You find that out in the first couple minutes, and you realize, when I first started the movie, pretty much the whole movie is quiet. You got sign language, you got different, every once in a while someone will talk, but for the most part the whole movie is silent. You got different ways of communication, like I said, mostly sign language, but the main characters have other ways of talking, without talking, pretty much. So throughout the movie, it's them trying to live life now in this world where there's pretty much no sound. And I thought that was really cool. I remember, I don't watch movies in the theaters, so when someone told me that the movie is pretty much quiet the whole time, I'm like, how is that even? Then you watch the movie and you realize how possible it is. Well, throughout this, world now, having no sound, no nothing, no talking could definitely weigh heavy on a lot of people. So this family is pretty much trying to stay together. John Krasinski's plays the father, and he's trying to keep this family together, and he has to be the patriarch and be the man of the family. But it's definitely hard when you can't talk, there's no sound. Every once in a while they find their ways. I thought that was pretty cool. There's one scene where they end up going into a waterfall and pretty much screaming at the top of their lungs because the waterfall is overrunning their screaming. So that's pretty cool. You have different outlets, you have music and stuff, but pretty much it's them trying to stay as quiet as possible and trying to live a normal life, I guess you want to call it. So definitely overall, I definitely dug it. Again, the plot line is definitely cooler. I wouldn't call it per se a horror movie, because I guess it's a monster movie, because it has monsters and stuff in it, but it's not your full out. It's more of a thriller, I guess you want to call it, because it has that, is this sound gonna bring the monsters here, like stepping on a stick or something like that? You have that tension and stuff. So it's a very tense movie, I guess you want to call it, is the best way to do it. So it's a tense horror movie. You get gore here and there, nothing, over the top, nothing crazy. But it's definitely a creature feature type, like I said, suspenseful thriller type horror. So if you haven't seen it already, definitely go ahead. If you have, a question mark and you didn't know if you wanted to check it out, I'd say definitely go ahead and check it out, because it's definitely one of the better movies I've seen all year. So what I do, like I said, with all my other reviews and stuff, I'll leave the trailer for the movie and also the link to where you can purchase it. Usually I'll leave the Amazon link. So if you haven't seen it before, you can check the trailer out beforehand. And if you're a physical movie collector like I am, you can go and purchase it. Also in the description, I'll leave all the other people doing the 31 days. So again, if this one didn't catch your fancy today, check out everybody else who's doing it. They might have a movie that you might want to check out. Also, I'll leave the links to all my other social media. I got a Facebook fan page. I got a Instagram where I show off the movies behind me. I got a Horror Amino. I'm part of the Dorkening, where we do interviews with indie horror directors, actors, writers and stuff. So definitely check us out every Tuesday night at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And of course, if you haven't already and you liked what you saw, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and really don't need it this month, but if you want to, hit that bell button so you know when I do upload more of my stuff. Like I said, this month I'll be doing a review and a video every day of the month, so you just come back here every day and you'll get a new review. So but after that, hit that bell button so you can know when I do upload my other stuff. So definitely check out A Quiet Place. Like I said, if this one doesn't do it for you, check out my other reviews. And of course, check out everybody else's. And yeah, I guess until tomorrow, I'll see you guys.